So, we have seen a great start from Praggnanandhaa, the only Indian left in the fray in the ongoing Chess World Cup in Baku. Yes, breaking news. In the first semi-final that we've had, in the first match of the semi-final between Fabiano Caruana and Ramesh Babu Praggnanandhaa, it is Praggnanandhaa who has held on for a draw with the black pieces against Caruana. This is a big initiative for the Indian because black was traditionally considered to be his weaker suit, and in the chess World Cup that's been there, he's had most success with the white pieces, and also in the knockout stages he's had a decent amount of success with black. So Ramesh Babu Praggnanandhaa has drawn with Fabiano Caruana, and because of that he heads into the next classical game tomorrow with the white pieces. But there is a major development that has happened in the first semi-final that happened between Magnus Carlsen and Nijat Abbasov, because Carlsen has secured a brilliant win against Abbasov and he's one step closer now to the final. Now remember, if Carlsen can draw the classical game tomorrow and Praggnanandhaa wins against Caruana, then you can potentially have the dream clash between Praggnanandhaa and Magnus Carlsen in the Chess World Cup final. Because remember, there is one more classical game that will happen tomorrow, and if Praggnanandhaa wins that, then he will go through to the final, and if Carlsen can draw or hold or win against Nijat Abbasov, then he will also enter the final. If Praggnanandhaa wins tomorrow, then his candidate spot is absolutely sealed and there is no other way by which he can be eliminated. So Praggnanandhaa is one match closer now to the final. Now remember, tomorrow you will have the second classical games that will be played. If Praggnanandhaa draws against Caruana even there, then the game will extend to Monday, where he will play the rapid and blitz tiebreakers. Two rapid tiebreakers of 25 minutes. If you cannot get a winner there, then you get a 10-minute rapid tiebreaker. Even after that, if there is no winner, you get a 5-minute blitz tiebreaker. And then even after that, you still do not win, you get the sudden death 3-minute blitz tiebreaker. So that is the situation that was there. It is a very attritional style of play that both Caruana and Praggnanandhaa employed. Remember, Praggnanandhaa had a great defensive line and they were on equal footing for most of the match. The queens were traded quite early, and after 70 odd moves, Praggnanandhaa and Caruana agreed to a draw. On the other hand, Carlsen employed a brilliant kingside play which ensured that Nijat Abbasov suddenly came under trouble, and Abbasov never recovered from that point on, and that's why Carlsen is 1-0 up heading into the second match that will be played tomorrow on Sunday. Remember, Praggnanandhaa is now the second Indian after Vishy Anand to play in the candidates tournament, and that is why if he reaches the final, it will be historic in more ways than one. Because after Anand, who won in 2000 and in 2002, you could see the next Indian also win. And remember, Praggnanandhaa has had a decent record against Carlsen. So we are all rooting for Praggnanandhaa to do well against Caruana. But remember, Caruana is no pushover. He knocked out the defending World Cup champion Jan Krzysztof Duda of Poland in the earlier round. So that is why Caruana with the black pieces cannot be underestimated, but Praggnanandhaa can actually have a better initiative when he plays with white. Remember, white, whenever we have looked at the league stages, it's been white that has dominated. And if you look at the knockout stages, black, especially in the game between Arjun Erigaisi and Praggnanandhaa, black was actually the dominant color because they dominated and won their games with black pieces. They lost with white, which was a very strange coincidence indeed. So, great news for Indian fans that today with black pieces, Praggnanandhaa has drawn with Fabiano Caruana. But remember, the next game, the classical game tomorrow, the final classical game, will see Praggnanandhaa with white pieces, Caruana with black. If once again, the equation is quite simple. If Praggnanandhaa wins tomorrow, and if Carlsen draws or wins against Nijat Abbasov, then those two will play the final. It will be an epic final. Carlsen really regards Praggnanandhaa as one of the best in the business because he has beaten him 3 times in the last 1 year. So that is what is at stake here. It's been a fabulous display from Praggnanandhaa so far because the quarterfinalists saw 4 Indians. Then unfortunately it came down to only 1 because Praggnanandhaa defeated Erigaisi. Then Vidit lost to Abbasov, And Gukesh unfortunately lost to Magnus Carlsen, and that's why in the September ratings it will be interesting to see whether Gukesh will still retain the number one Indian status ranking. If not, he might drop a few yellow points, but he might still be just above Vishwanathan Anand in the ratings. So tomorrow is yet another important day in the Chess World Cup. Ramesh Babu Praggnanandhaa versus Fabiano Caruana in the second classical game. A win for Praggnanandhaa takes him through to the final. If he loses, then India's challenge in the Chess World Cup ends. One hopes that does not happen. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you.